Hey everyone, welcome back to The Addicted Bookworm. Okay, before I begin, I want to give people a very good piece of advice. This will help you out in the long run. Do not drink milk that's starting to taste sour. Please don't. I don't need to go into details, but just don't. Don't do that. Alright, now that I've gotten that moment of embarrassment out of the way, happy Saturday, everybody. I know I did not mention happy Saturday in any of my videos today, but happy Saturday. I hope that everybody had a great week. Thankfully, tomorrow I'm off, so I'm so happy. Oh, Lord. I had a wild, week, and officially I have, 9 days before my baby shows up, so I am very happy about that. I am going to do this countdown until my baby shows up, which is my Nook Glow Light 4 Ocean Teal Edition. For people that are new to my channel, it's coming out. It's coming to me the day before my birthday, so happy birthday gift for me. I am so happy. I'm not getting a cake, anybody cares to know. I am a hyperglycemic. I don't need cake. People are like, but it's your birthday. I'm a hyperglycemic. I don't need cake. My doctor will say, you don't need cake. Now, if I could find a sugar-free option, that would be wonderful, but because nobody actually cares about hyperglycemics, I will live without the cake. I will live without the cake. Alrighty. So once again, it is time for another Christmas reading vlog for the 6th. And I was reading on my Kindle 12th Gen pre-owned, pre-used device. And yes, I will agree, it is cheaper to get them used. Alright. So, for people that also cares to know what kind of books I got today, this is actually free, and it is the Peppermint Cookie Murder. No, it's not from an author I've read before. This is from Trixie Silverdale. I will be reading that book after Christmas. Alright. So the first one is the 25 Gifts of Terror. Day 6. I am like, okay, I'm going to be honest, guys, okay, because honesty is always the best policy when it comes to anything. I don't know what the heck the story was even about. All I gather from the story is that it's in the middle of freaking nowhere, and it's weird, and there's no mention of Santa Claus at all in this story. I want stories with murderous Santa Clauses. Please give me that. Literally, I don't quite, understand, what was the point of this story? What was the point of this character? All she did was write diary entries, and I'm like, okay. Don't understand it, but alright. Then I bought a Haunted Christmas Tree Farm Day 6. Nothing really exciting happens in Chapter 6 of this story, and was kind of hoping that maybe we would have, the presence appearing somewhere. All it is there's a little noise, and then she turns around, there's nothing there. Okay. I don't understand. Alright, and then, I'll Be Alone for Christmas, which is not a good idea. Yes, so we're continuing her isolation for the next, I don't know how many days. And, she is getting a little bit more paranoid. You can tell she's starting to get a little bit more paranoid. And she's watching Netflix. It sounds so appropriate for what's been going on in the news today. But you can tell. And I will say the author does a very good job in starting that paranoia and making you actually believe that she's going through that emotional state. No idea why she's not calling her mother up and saying, "Hey, Mom, I made it." I don't really know. Alright, then the Winter Visitor, I read chapters 11, I believe 11 and 12. I'm going to check this, because I want to make sure that I'm giving you the right one. No, chapters 13 and 14. Alright. So, chapters 13 and 14. So, we go on 13, we go back to 2005, and I think I think the brother's name is George. He's having this really intense relationship with this woman, and she shows up at the castle, at Christmas time, and it's like, it's a weird thing, and I don't think she's the Winter Visitor. I don't believe she is. But yeah, so she shows up, and then in chapter 14 we encounter the grandmother. This is the same grandmother that basically gave her grandson the check so that he could get a flat near his practice. And she's very independent. She's also very strong-willed. She's like the ultimate matriarch of the family. She don't put up with no shit. She is really big on books, and she definitely flaunts her wealth, but not in the ways that you would think a rich person would flaunt their wealth. She flaunts her wealth by acquiring books from authors that she really, truly likes. She's also very opinionated and everything. Alright, book mail. I read chapters 9 and 10, including the excerpt. Alright, things are turning really freaky weird. I really feel bad for poor Lexi, but in the previous chapter 9, Amanda, that's Lexi's friend. Okay, so what's going on is Lexi's mother is just absolutely out of her mind. Lexi's stepfather is what she calls a tool, because he's basically not really worried about what has happened to Lexi. So in the chapter, Amanda finally gets a visit from a female detective. Now, the police department is now firmly involved in this missing person because of the videotape having that 15-minute gap. So all the red flags are coming up. Weird thing is, they're having a conversation in this coffee shop, and the detective asks Amanda to bring up his page, and so she does, and then she does it herself, and there's no author page, there's no bio, there's no nothing. In fact, even his books are not there, and it's kind of weird. It really is kind of like weird in itself. Like, what the heck is going on here? Why is like his picture blurry? So because his bio lists him in going across state lines, this is the matter. This is the this is the playground of the FBI. So she has to get hold of the FBI. This detective says, I gotta get hold of the feds, which always means FBI. Always means FBI. It doesn't mean U.S. Marshals or Secret Service or the CIA. It's always the FBI. Because you're talking about a man who most likely took Lexi across state lines. So it becomes a federal matter. So now we're going to see some federal action in this book, which is really cool. I hope and pray the feds have a better luck in finding her. Now, warning, the next chapter is not like, So, I'm going to say this, okay, about book mail. Do not read this book if you do not like a scene where there might be an attempted rape. Don't. Don't. If you're very sensitive to that type of stuff, don't read either skip the chapter or don't read it at all. But in this one, Lexi must have, no pants on, because, why the world would you need pants? If, you kidnapped by a creepy guy, he's gonna take your pants off. I mean, that's just what he's gonna do. Because he intends to rape you. That's his point of, why he took you, besides being an MC. He's gonna rape you. That's just what they do. There is not yet, I don't even think there's ever been a kidnapped victim that wasn't raped. It's what they do. It's to tear you down, to remind you who's in charge, and remind that in the end of the day, you really don't have rights. You have the right to be tortured and psychologically and physically and sexually abused. That's the only rights you got as a kidnapped victim. So she feels something, and we all freaking know what that something is. And what does she do as a woman? She ensures that nothing can get up there. That's, So, as I said, if you're very squeamish of something like this, definitely don't read this book. But in the previous chapter, I wanted to add that one. You have her trying to explain. Sorry about that. She's trying to explain to the detective about herself and everything. I forgot to also mention, and it totally left my mind and everything. Guess who Amanda called? Because she was drunk. She calls the kidnapper. How did she get the kidnapper's number? She didn't get the kidnapper's number. She called Lexi's phone. Guess who had Lexi's phone? The kidnapper. And she dared him. She dared him to come and get her. And she made it very clear that everyone knows that he kidnapped her. So, yeah. Was it the smartest thing that she could have done? Absolutely not. And the detective says, so you get drunk, and the dumbest thing you could possibly ever do was to get into a kidnapper's radar. And she goes, well, yeah, that wasn't exactly a good thing to do. And the detective's like, the expression you can pretty much get from the detective was, you think? You think? Yeah. What people do when they're drunk and desperate. Anyways, so now the police have to worry because little drunk girl decided to call the kidnapper. I will say this is the dumbest thing ever I've ever read in a book. Why the hell would you do that? Anyways, moving on. We also get an excerpt from Lexi's videos once again. And sure enough, the creep is mentioned in the video. So, why is it that his books are not appearing in any of the bios? Why is his author bio all blurry? Well, the detective explained that is what the feds are for. The the feds have technology that guess what? The guy doesn't have. So this guy, he might appear to be real tech savvy, but there's always a program that can break it and can find out where exactly he's at. So hopefully we will get to that point. But anyways, so yeah, so that is my video for today. I will be back tomorrow. I'm actually going to be doing 5 videos tomorrow. The reason for that is since I don't have to work tomorrow, I will be reading 4 chapters each. I will be doing. No, I'll be doing 4. I'll be doing 4. I will be. No, actually 2. Yeah, 2. The 25 Gifts of Terror. The ones I usually do, but I'm also going to read 4 chapters of I'll Be Alone for Christmas, and then the second video is going. Change it back. I'll just do 3. Because I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read 4 chapters of The Winter Visitor and 4 chapters of Book Mail. So it'll be 3. It'll be 3 videos. Alright, so anyways, I'm also going to do a reading wrap-up tomorrow as well, and everything. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see all of you guys in the next video. Bye.